So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our video of Mercury. Mercury in the ascendant of your Dashamsha chart. As in, what happens when Mercury is in the ascendant of D10 Dashamsha chart, which is one of the most important charts in Vedic astrology related to career, promotions, what you're going to be performing and doing in society. So that's what we're going to be discussing and starting this series of Mercury today. And as always, if you do not know if you have this particular position of Mercury, what sign it's in, what nakshatra it's in, along with all your astrological details, for that, check out the links here. Check out my full astrological report, and my books, consultations, and link to my academy, Vedic Astrology Academy, where I'm currently teaching Dasha course, and especially I'm on the chapter of career success. Okay, so yes. Please do check that out along with all the other courses there. So Mercury in the ascendant. So with Mercury in the ascendant, this is a position. First of all, you will see a very versatile person, meaning whatever their work is, they will have this talent of multitasking, and they're going to have to multitask. They're going to have to multitask. Like, for example, especially with Mercury shows, they tend to do a lot of work in their life somehow related to paperwork, administrative type work. At the same time, of course, Mercury, you may think, well, in the ascendant can show marketing and communications and writing. Not necessarily, because it has to show that you're a writer in the birth chart. It has to show that you are to go into marketing in the birth chart. But what Mercury does here, even if, let's say, you're a plumber, you're an IT professional, what this Mercury is going to do is going to make you, deal with communication, even against your will. Meaning you can't escape talking to customers, talking to people. You can't escape dealing with the back-end work, especially even related to marketing. So it shows that even if you don't want to do a certain work, let's say you don't have no talent for writing. Well, Mercury is going to say, especially if it's Dasha runs, that I'm sorry, I'm going to make you write at work. You're going to have to send out a lot of emails. You're going to have to make kind of like a lot of newsletters for your company. They're putting you in charge of it. The other major thing you see with this Mercury is constant change at work. You will not do a type of work. Mercury in the ascendant will not let you pick a work that is very stagnant in nature, which is just like one-dimensional work. The work has to change. What does that mean? The work has to change. For example, if you take a look at an actor, right? What does an actor do? They work on one project. They work on one movie, where they're a bad guy. Then they go into the next movie. Now they're playing a sage. The next movie they're playing a wizard. It completely changes. Completely changes. And especially even in career, you will have multiple changes in career itself, leaving one career for the other. That's what happens with this. Leaving one career for the other. And the dramatic change is understood here because of Mercury, because first of all, Mercury is known as the time of sunrise and sunset, because that's the only time you can get to see Mercury. Right when sun is setting, like right just going below the horizon, and if you have a right telescope and the skies are clear and Mercury is, in the forward motion in front of the sun, then you can see this little dot moving. So you caught it. Same thing with the sunrise. Sun is just rising above the horizon, that orange sun. So you caught that Mercury again going in front of the sun. So this is why astronomically we naturally say that this is the time of the Mercury. You can see the sun all day long. And the other thing, because this represents change, because see, The Mercury time is about day changing into night and night changing into day. But also the story of Mercury itself, where Mercury actually turned from one gender to the other. This is why Mercury and Saturn, especially Mercury, represent in real life like transgenders, because of especially the person that he married and that whole mythological story of Mercury. So what happens here is Mercury's like, well, I'm sorry, I'm in your ascendant. I am going to now take you from one polar opposite of career to the other. So if you're an IT person, Mercury is going to say, well, guess what? Now you're going to become like a PR agent for an actress. It's like dramatic shifts, especially these dramatic shifts happen in the period of Mercury. Or if you're going through Charadasha of Mercury sitting in the ascendant. So let's say Mercury is in the sign of Leo in the Dashamsha. So Mercury, the Leo Charadasha with Mercury in it will bring that change. But especially in the ascendant. See, Mercury in the second house, fifth house will not be this dominating, this polarizing. Mercury becomes very polarizing, particularly in this particular direction. And directly opposite to Mercury represents the spouse of Mercury. So first is you, seventh is your partner, your opponents. You will see people change in your life very quickly. The partnerships at work, in business, people who are your competitors, people, the opponent, right? They will change very quickly. You don't have to face that same person for a long time. They come and go. People just like come and go in that particular scenario. Now, of course, if there's a planet that is conjunct or, aspects Mercury, then of course, Mercury is going to then take shape of that planet. Because that's what Mercury and Moon do. Especially Mercury, it behaves like the planet that it's conjunct with or it's being influenced by. Okay, so you want to take that into account as well. So anyway, guys, this is my analysis of Mercury in the ascendant of your Dashamsha. If you're new to my channel, subscribe below so you don't miss this type of videos. And if you want to know where your Mercury is placed along with all your astrological details, for that, check out the links here, KRSchannel. And you will find my link to the Academy, consultations, and report there as well. All right, we'll see you tomorrow or maybe Saturday, I think, with the Q&A. Bye-bye.